Hi, this is Camilla Blossom from Earth Magic, and it's time for the Fall Equinox Oracle reading. I will be using my deck, The Sacred Spirits of Gaia, illustrated by Andrea Dumbecki. And this is also a companion to my book, The Sacred Spirits of Gaia, Co-Creating a New Earth with the Fairies, Elementals, Ancestors, and Spirits of Land. So I love doing these readings during times of change, which tend to be the solstices, equinox. We also have an eclipse, a full moon in Pisces. It's very oceanic energy, very deep. Noticed a lot of emotions. And we're moving into the cycle of the fall, which sometimes can be a little difficult for people after being in this outside, being in summer vibes in this northern hemisphere, and then moving into more inner time, inner reflection, being more within in the darker time, moving towards solstice. And so this reading will go from now until the winter solstice in December. All right, so I did shuffle the cards already, and I was told to cut it once and then pick from the top, and that there'll be 4 cards. And we're going to do this as a group, like the 4 cards for all of us. Okay. So we're going to start with the first one. The mountain spirit. Elevate your consciousness. So I'd like you to just take a moment and maybe honor the largest mountain, the highest hill, those beings, those spirits, those apus, those ones that hold this tremendous amount of grounding for us, anchoring the lands, the landscape, the earth. And also there are places when you visit, really carry a rarefied air and energy that's very high frequency. So I'd like to invite that in right now for all of us, and to consider that maybe you have a memory of climbing high on a hill or a mountain and having that sense of the vista, the view, being able to see with that perspective of being above it all, like a bird. And yeah, so this one, I believe, is, we'll tune in for a moment. And I invite you during this anytime to tune in and see what they're saying to you, these mountain spirits. But definitely staying in that higher perspective seems like a really, oh yeah, they're like nodding. It's like these 3 mountains are going, yes, yes. Like stay in that high perspective, no matter what's going on in this human world. A lot of it is illusion, a lot of it's crazy making. So bring your consciousness, elevate yourself to see almost with the eyes of the mountains, the ancient ones, the ones that hold us in sacred lands. I know for myself, I'm in Vancouver, Washington, so I'm surrounded by the 3 holy mountains: Y East, which is Mount Hood, Lewitt, which is Mount St. Helen, and Pateau, which is Mount Adams. So I really encourage you to find the original names of the mountains as well and call them by that. So yeah, just see if there's anything else. I think that was the importance of that one. Cosmic Mother Tree. Now, this is a vision I had some years back of, working with trees, working with kind of the overlighting energy of trees. And I am doing more and more. Actually just came back from time visiting the giant sequoia trees, having an amazing connection with them. And so this one is asking us to, in that place of elevation with the mountains, to also recognize that you are part of the tree of life. You are on the tree of life. You have a place, a position on here just for you in your in the oneness of everyone and everything on this planet. You included are part of this oneness. So you are like a cell in the great organism of Mother Earth. And the same with the tree of life really represents the oneness of creation. So this one, I had a vision that it was bigger than the earth, that it really represented the connection of us bridging the cosmos and the earth, nature. And so that's really important thing. I keep hearing that from the trees. Like every time I go and hang out with them, they're like cosmos, cosmic. So they really want us to recognize their cosmic starry nature, and also yours, like for you to recognize that you are a cosmic being, you are a star being, and you are an earthly nature being. And so that bridge is a really key one. Like you need both to feel peace, to feel healthy, to feel like you can be here on the earth, and also to grow and expand in consciousness with the earth. So this one is be one with creation, and invite you just open to recognize your place on this tree in creation, in oneness. You're important, you're needed, you hold a really unique, special energy that is needed on the planet right now. So even if you don't really know what you're up to or what you're doing next, there's a lot of uncertainty right now, a lot of the mystery that we're moving through at this equinox change time is pretty massive. So even if you have some uncertainty about your own life and what you're up to, just recognizing that you are on the tree of life with everyone and your place is there and your soul knows exactly who you are and what you're doing. And even if that's just being present and recognizing your own true essence, your own spark of spirit, your own consciousness, however you see that. So, yeah, and I'm just getting the message for us all. It's kind of like be up on the mountain, right? And then the tree is really showing, like, you can imagine you're a tree and expanding your consciousness, expanding your consciousness. You can do that right now, expanding it out, 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 so that you are, your branches reach the cosmos, the Milky Way, the stars, the planets. So really see yourself as a tree of life. It's like activate. I got this message years ago too from the trees, like that we each need to activate our tree of life within. And that is our recognition that we carry, the central trunk, our central channel, that we have branches and flowers blooming in our spirit chakras, and that we're rooted with roots down into our ancestors, our bloodline, our soul lines into the earth. So that expansion feels like the message. So I love that we got like these two really big energies to start with. So I think right away we're being asked to really move into that higher perspective, that expansion, who we are, like see ourselves as much bigger than we ever thought possible. Our consciousness, our awareness, our love, our ability to create. Okay, so those two came first. And then I love this came through. The unicorns. And this says, receive magical soul healing. So they carry such purity. I kind of connect them too with, if you're really into trees, like the pine trees, that very sweet, innocent purity, with lilies. And that's why I had Andrea bring the lilies into the art. That feminine purity. And so the unicorns carry, they're mystical, magical, etheric beings that live in certain realms. And they carry, like I say, this very pure, clear light energy. And what they're here to support us with, not only with bringing more playfulness and joy and kind of moving into the wonder, if you've lost that as an adult, like the wonder of your childhood nature, your imagination, your joy and play. But the unicorns are really powerful soul healers. And I've done lots of work with them over the years with groups and also with myself. And I have a unicorn guide, Uni. Actually, you can see him just back there. There's Uni. He probably will speak up. So maybe I'll switch this so you can see Uni. He's an ancient an oracle unicorn. So the unicorns really bring this joy, they bring this hope, and they bring soul healing. So I'd like to welcome you to ask them, even right now, ask the unicorns to help you with any soul healing that you need. If you are going through some hard period, if you're going through a huge change, moving, changing relationships, opening to new endeavors in your career or in your life, the unicorns can really support that. And I do want to share what I call the unicorn principle. And it's such a great one for manifesting, which is part of this moment we're in. I feel like is with this eclipse, the full moon, and then the equinox, is that we are visioning, we're holding visions for our life, for what we want to create, what we want to have more of, what we want to be. And the unicorn principle is that, let's say you're looking at a choice and you're like, wow, this looks really great. Like, is it the best one for me? So the unicorns say, okay, you can ask the unicorns, like, unicorns, if this is the best, most optimal, most amazing experience or relationship or whatever the thing is, if this is for me, bring it on, I'm ready. If there's something 1,000 times better, bring that. And I've done that before when I was looking for a place to live, and it ended up finding this magical place, which I created a unicorn garden for the stars and had all this magic happen. So to invite you to really work with them for your manifestations and also for healings, places in your soul that may be needing some shifting, needing some opening, needing some awareness to move into more expansion and more purity. So it's kind of like a purification process of clearing away, them helping to clear away. And this beautiful alicorn, their horn, you can imagine that directed at any place in your body, and that Christed light, that beautiful unity consciousness can be pointed and sent into the places in your body. Let's say you want to open your third eye. Let's say you're working with heart healing, working with womb or abuse healing. Just invite the unicorns to point their alicorn and send you beautiful, pure light and healing. And I'm going to ask Uni. He's good. He might come in at the end. We'll see. And then the last card is about home, the home deva. And in my land alchemy work, this deck actually I use a lot for that. Like have my students and for myself, like pick cards to see who you want to work with for your land, for your home, for your house, for how you're caretaking a place and getting in touch with the spirits of nature, the spirits of Gaia that are around there. And so these cards are kind of calling in for that too, that you might have unicorns on your land. You might have mountains that need to be honored and given offerings and blessed. You might have trees that you want to pay attention to. The fact that the home deva came in and wants to connect with us. So just for a moment, I invite you to, whether it's a rental or you own an apartment, a house, whatever kind of place you call home, a car, a tent. I've had lots of different homes. So invite you to call forth and honor the spirit of your home. And just do that right now with me. Thank your home deva, the spirit, for giving you a beautiful place to rest, to live, to be. Honoring the importance of finding home. And the home deva and also the Amanita energies, and also all the, like the trees, plant medicine, a lot of the nature spirits are really asking us to go home. They're asking us to come home, to remember home, remember our hearts, remember that we can be home wherever we are. Even if we don't feel like our home is our perfect place, we want a bigger house, we want to live in the woods, we want to live in a high rise. Just know that when we can accept and love and give gratitude to the home we're at right now, then things can transform. You can transform and carry more peace and love in your own being, but you can also bring a form of acceptance that allows for the manifestation of your future dreams. It's like the manifestation for the home you're looking for, the community, the kin, the people that you want to be with. It's not going to happen until you fully accept what you have now. I was just talking to a friend about this yesterday. Like, we need to be just so in love with where we are, like we're meant to be where we are, and be happy in that and find joy in that. And then we can crave from that and open to, there's a new home coming. I can feel it. But there has to be that acceptance, joy, and excitement about where you're at. So this is a good moment one. And I do find for those who are interested in Amanita, there's ways you can work with it that are very safe. And it has a very strong homing instinct, especially for sensitive starseeds, fairy people, really connecting you with those fairy realms, with the beings, the gnomes, the trees, like the spirits that are all around, the sacred spirits, and helps you kind of sink into more sense of home, like home in your body, home where you live, home on the land or the place that you're living, the city or the town or the country. So there's a lot of teachings right now about home sweet home, what that really means, what that means for you, what it means for me, what it means for us humans in this ascension process, how we're really coming home to what is true, what is real, what is authentic, nature, to the new earth, which is really the ancient one rising again. So there's a lot of beauty to focus here on home. Nice. I'm just going to hold these up and see if there's any final messages or any integration. Like I say, there was a real sense of expansion and perspective and being in the oneness, the unity consciousness with these. And then bringing that more, these felt like bringing that home, bringing that into you as your personal life, your personal healing process, your personal expansion, your home, like where you are. So I think there's kind of a reminder here in this cycle to both have the big expansion and perspective, but also really ground it into, embody it into your body, your home, your life, your daily routine, like all those ways of, yeah, bringing it back. Yeah. Beautiful. So that's the reading, and I am doing Friday night tomorrow, if you're watching this the day I make it. So the 20th of September, but I am doing a Equinox event, and it will be connecting with the waters, a water ceremony and soul activation. I was tuning this morning, and there'll be a lot of energy around the ocean and like the fountain energy of cleansing and receiving from that fountain of water, that precious renewal, rebirth, purification of the water. And then the dolphins came in. It was really great. The dolphins were like hovering above the water, like with his tail in the water, and it was clicking and squeaking and making all these like little sounds in its language. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And so the dolphins are going to be working with us for a soul activation, and they're going to work specifically with repatterning. So a lot of us are going through that process of shifting out of old patterns. They can be addictions, they can be, lineage patterns from ancestors. They can be soul patterns that we've carried through many lifetimes. But any kind of way that we're trying to like shift our beliefs, shift our behaviors. The dolphins are wonderful. They're star beings. They work with repatterning. So this is going to have a very watery element to it. And so if you're interested in that, I'll have the link below. But otherwise, thank you for joining me. Please share, like, subscribe. And I'm grateful for all of your comments and community and love. And thank you so much. Have a beautiful equinox.